said he's. Close, but one cigar.
Was that Mean Joe Green earlier?
I believe it was, yeah. All right. Daniel Jeremiah, we've already seen Boston and Cooper. Now comes the portion of the groupings where Tate, Lemon, and Tyson. I mean, 5 of your top 19 are wide receivers. And there is Carnell Tate from The Ohio State.
And you see the dimensions there on the screen, and the production, which is excellent considering how many talented receivers he's played with there at Ohio State. But this is what makes him special in his own right. His ability to beat press right off the line. He can do it with that quickness to get away and can really track the ball down the field. A lot of big plays over the top. Here he is attacking the ball again, the highest point. Look at him elevate here against Wisconsin and haul that one in. And then after the catch, he's slippery and he is fast once he gets out into the open field. Here's the route polish. They are so well coached. Their coach, Brian Hartline, who's now at USF as their new head coach, has done a phenomenal job
what
teaching
a comp.
these kids. And
my
there's
word.
The numbers. CeeDee Lamb has been excellent the moment he stepped into the National Football League. And Carnell Tate, I think he's a lock as a top 15 pick, maybe a top 10 pick when it's all said and done. And the fourth Buckeye of my top 9 players, by the way. I mentioned that for you, Rich. Here we go. Let's go from outside to inside. Tate is an outside receiver here. Mekhi Lemon from USC. He does a lot of his dirty work in the middle of the field. This game against Iowa, think about Kirk Ferentz, how long he's been there. Said it was one of the best games he's ever seen from an opposing wide receiver. Watch him go up and get this one, absorb the contact, and finish. Again, the ball's up in the air. It's his. It is not a 50-50 ball with Mekhi Lemon. Think about another former Trojan who could do some work in the slot.
Comps or something else.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is who he reminded me of. So, you know, look, he's going to be high volume. He's going to catch a ton of balls, whereas Tate, maybe not the volume, but he's going to have the big plays and the high yards per catch and touchdowns.
Also, like Amon-Ra from USC.
Let's talk about the guys that are going to be spinning here in Group 9. Fernando Mendoza is a part of that group. He's down here on the field. He's been smiling all day, but we'll see him at his pro day with Indiana and the rest of his Hoosier teammates. So Ty Simpson is kind of the guy in the on-deck circle. And where he falls in this draft, it's going to be fascinating because there are 3 teams with multiple first-round picks that have different quarterback questions, right? You got the Browns at 6 and 24, you got the Jets at 2 and 16, and then you got the Rams, who we know they're great, but they are going to look for Matthew Stafford's eventual successor. So does Ty Simpson fit with any of those teams, and what are you watching?
You know, to me, he fits with the Rams more than anything because he won't have to play right away. Remember, we're talking about a young man who's only had 15 starts in college, had a sensational season with Alabama, but all things being considered, I would have expected him to go back to school. But I think he and his group did a nice job in understanding the quarterback field this year. You know, when we got Dante Moore going back to school at Oregon, Chambliss winning his case and going back to school at Ole Miss, he kind of locked into being what appears to be the number 2 quarterback. Good time to be that guy because, as you said, multiple picks. There could be someone in the back half of the first round that goes against Ty Simpson, and at worst, he's a second-round pick. But I think in this group, as we spin it forward, it's going to be interesting because prior to the season, take a look by the numbers.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy, that's a pretty good comparison for him right there, except for one thing.
The college experience.
The college experience.
Right.
Brock Purdy had, 43, 46 starts while at Iowa State and helped build a program. Ty Simpson, part of a program that you always expect to be great, gets them to the college football playoff in his 1 year as a starter. So both of them did a great job on campus, just not quite as long.
Yeah, well, he had 15 starts, and we know that the buzz number, if you will, is 20 starts.
Now, what's Coach Parcells say? He wants a 3-year starter, captain, all that. We're not going to get as much of that anymore. But Ty Simpson with a chance to be the number 2 quarterback in this draft.
All right. We got more quarterback and wide receiver talk coming your way as We got guys like Kate Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier, Diego Pavia, and more. And don't forget about the receivers led by Carnell Tate.
Go 52, Chris.
Okay.
Cole Payton. Run is 40. 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
Here we go. 4, 6, 5.
Yeah, you can ship me my cap and gown. I'm getting ready to run 4.65.
Okay. Back time ever. Ted Hurst.
He can run.
Starts us off.
He pulled
4.42 from Georgia State.
Very excited. Pete Carmichael's our new OC. Pete, those guys all watched him and they were like, man, I'm looking forward to working with him. So I think there's a new energy, and it's year 3, and we're going to hit the full reset with Keon. And Keon had a very good offseason last year.
There he goes. Bryce Lance, 4.34. Okay. I see ya.
He's got long speed.
Wondering why are people clapping? Here's Jacoby Lane.
He could be sneaky fast here for a tall guy.
4.48.
Yeah, it's a good time.
4.46.
He can run faster than that.
Okay.
Really roll.
Eric Rivers with a nice 4.37. First run, second run. All right.
Better.
It's a better start. Here we go. Chase Roberts chasing the stripe. 4.65.
Says I've done, every segment of the way Josh wanted to compete. Going back to, he had the arm injury, and they didn't want him to play in that bowl game against Central Michigan, and he went out.
They all said, come here, you'll be the guy right away. Why go compete? He said, I'm just not built that way.
4.41. Okay, here we go. Carnell Tate. Hearing it from the Buckeye faithful. Convened in Indianapolis. The top wide receiver on Daniel Jeremiah's board. Running his 40. There he goes.
It's a little stumble. I thought they would blow it.
4.54.
Yeah, he stumbled.
Let's see, maybe he'll do it again.
I thought you probably been better off just kind of stop on that one, but he's not. He's faster than 4.54.
You love to see it.
Here's Carnell Tate. Better start there, right?
He didn't weave. Same
Runs
number.
4.54.
He's pretty slow. Probably wouldn't take him early.
Nice. One guy who is not terribly upset at seeing this 4.54.
You can't see up. They're not showing us in the booth right now, Rich, but he's got his burner account and he's tweeting it out.
Did you see how slow he was out of the gate? The corner's going to lock him down.
Yeah, you should drop all the way to 26. If you had any thoughts about it?
That's funny.
That's fast for sure. 4.28. There you go. It looked it. Fans are cheering. 4.26. Okay. 4.26. We got a new clubhouse leader and a new member of the top wide receiver times of all time here at the Combine. When we come back, Brandon Beane of the Buffalo Bills will join us. Perhaps one of these gents that we've seen run in this group or the one before it will be the next Buffalo Bill. We're going to get confirmation when we come back. Lane with a nice run there. Brandon Beane's with us. We go to break with Simulcam. Just how far off of Xavier Worthy is Brennan Thompson? Have you ever seen a sub 4.340 look this slow in your entire life? That's what Xavier Worthy can do. We're back with more in a moment. We're in commercial break. Reggie Virgil. Four, 5, 8. Make it loud too, right?
Should
be louder.
Yeah, I mean our stadium was loud and it was wide open.
Right.
This should, you know, like Seattle Stadium should hold a lot of that in and should be really good. And like I said, I think when we all watch snow games, everybody tunes into those things. So
Jalen Walthall.
Antonio Williams, wide out 45.
Caden Weegan, everybody from Iowa.
Here we go. He can run. I was going to say we got a little Tim
4,
Dwight,
8.
little Iowa old school Tim Dwight action right there.
There you go. Off he goes. 4-4-2.
way over there and about the goal line.
Okay.
Yeah. So binoculars out, trying to see all these. But no, it's been good. I tell you, it feels like yesterday was fast too, and I mean all the way back to the linebackers. Like it's bigger, stronger, faster every year.
It's every position group has been the fastest at its position group ever. Let's take a look at the official 40s presented by EA Sports Madden. You can also see the projected Madden speed ratings for each individual. So Talon Green did take gold, as you could see right there. And for the receivers, Brandon Thompson's 4.26 and a 4.28 from Xavier Thomas.
Yeah, that'll get you a 97 projected Madden score when you hit the 4.26.
So there you have it. 2 sub 4.340s and a handful of sub 4.440s from the wide receiver group. Tell me about this kid from Arizona State that's in your top 15.
Yeah, he is an excellent player and someone who I have as the third wide receiver in this draft class. Has battled some injuries, some durability things. When you see him on the field, though, you can make a case he's as talented as anybody at the position in this draft. You want to stretch the field vertically, he can do that. Really, really smooth. Watch him get on top, stride it out. You want to watch him just kind of hang and levitate in the air. He does this all the time. He just kind of floats up there. It makes plays. The strong hands to finish and just snatch the ball and pull it away. He's got excellent hands, and I think he admired his own work there.
Yeah, I believe he was looking at it.
Taking that in and got caught.
Yeah.
But I would admire it too. He's got exceptional ball skills. And again, it's just his ability to kind of hang and float up in the air that's pretty awesome. This is our age-old yearly debate here. I like the gauntlet. Get a chance to see these guys run right down the line. We got quarterbacks on each side of you. Get your eyes there. Stay full speed. Don't gear down. Pluck the ball with your hands and get to the next one. Puka Nacua, you make a case right at the tippy top as the best in the league. Watch him going through this drill. Full speed, doesn't gear down, everything smooth with his hands.
Nice.
You put him on the run, running down the line in a real game again. Look at the yellow line, right perfectly flat, and then pluck it and transition up the field once you get to the last ball.
End zone. I'm going to give you a
Sanjay
go
Lal,
call.
the receiver
You're gonna
coach for the
open
Chargers,
to
is
the
going to
field,
explain the drill.
Catch a ball here, drop it.
Puka
catch
Nacua
that
lasted
ball,
to the
and
third
then hit
day.
it down the line. Your
Yeah.
first catch
He's
comes
a
from the
third day
right.
guy.
Okay, what are we looking for?
My
Straight
goodness.
line speed, no
Worked
weaving,
out pretty well.
You think?
and then clean catches. Once you get to the end, drop
He
your
wasn't
hips,
a freaky
bang a
tester.
left, and run
He
through
didn't
those
have
two cones.
massive production
Okay,
at
that's your
BYU. It
transition.
was
I'll
good, but it
re-explain
wasn't
the drill
off the charts.
when we come back the
But
other way,
everything
okay?
he did well
Okay, who's up
is what
first?
the NFL game is about in terms of the play strength, the intelligence, the strong hands, the instincts and awareness. He was built more for the NFL game even than the college game.
Go.
Ted Hurst
Nice.
is the first gauntlet runner.
Good start. Oh, I jinxed him.
Okay, now move over. There you go. Give yourself every bit. Go.
I had Ted just above Bruce on my Hurst power rankings, by the way.
Too much
Nice.
weaving, right? We want to stay in a straight line and go fast. Go.
Tell you what's a little tricky in that they've got the lefty throwing him the first
Stay
ball,
straight.
so you see the different spin on the very first throw and then turn around and immediately you get a righty.
Go. Good speed.
He's got good hands. This should be good for him at USC. Lane's got big hands.
Okay, Okay, slide over a little bit.
Like baskets. Here's Lemon.
Go.
Following his teammate. The first one got him.
That's the lefty.
Nice.
Stacy.
Nice job running down the line.
Slide over and back
Yeah,
up a
Brendan
little.
Thompson, guys, will be coming up here, the speedster out of Mississippi State. You saw him in that last 40. He was disappointed. He said he rolled out of it, which was why we saw the decline. But in terms of his speed, as we get ready to see him, he's acknowledged this week to us, DJ, he has actually had to practice controlling and pulling back his speed because it is so fast for quarterbacks to adjust to.
That's interesting. One of the things that's hard when you're that fast is the ability to gear down, change direction. It's just, when you're moving like that, that's a tough to stop.
Roberts.
Hey, CD.
Yes, sir.
Roberts, it was a two-part comp for me. It was an equal mix of Jake Bobo and the Downey towel guy. Or was it the Brawny? Brawny towel guy? Yeah.
You just want to put him in a flannel shirt.
Yeah.
But how about Jake Bobo showing up in the playoffs?
Yeah, no question. Big touchdown. There's Surratt, getting a chance to see him out there from Indiana.
I'm eager to see what he actually runs when he does run.
As a player, he reminded me of a younger Alan Lazard. I'm telling you, the left-handed thrower as the first one in Cole Payton, I think, is a little bit of an adjustment for these guys.
Slide back. Foot in the white. There you go. Ready? Go. No, stop. You're always going to open to the field. Go.
Good finish.
Go.
Nice catch. Whoa, heads up. He started to weave too once that you get a little bit behind with that throw. Impacts you on the next one.
Here's Walthall.
Slide over. There you go. Go.
Region.
I mean, I've never seen this many of the first balls dropped on this drill, and I do think it's just getting used to a lefty. It's just a different spin.
Go.
Nice grab behind him.
Nice.
All right.
Good finish.
Go. Go. Go.
That was
a nice clip here.
Really good. All right, we can run through the highlights of some of those guys. Let's go to USC's Jacoby Lane. Great job. Watch him stand right down the line, running full speed. Everything's out in front of him. Doesn't let the ball cross his face. Nicely done. Here's Makai Lemon. Again, running full speed. I mean, just hugging that line. Good job staying in bounds at the end to get up. There's Surratt. Strong hands. Those back shoulder throws from Mendoza, a lot of them, and directed right to him.
Did you see some of the solids our editing department just did there?
They cut out the first one he dropped.
On a couple of occasions.
We might have a Trojan in the control room.
Edit on. Back in 2020, Justin Herbert slinging it around, three-coning around.
He's an excellent athlete for how big he is, and we know we can let it rip. Excited to see what that offense looks like this next year.
Yep. He's the apple of Jim Harbaugh's eye. May these quarterbacks be drafted by a head coach who loves them as much as Jim Harbaugh loves to pump up Justin Herbert.
That's a fact. All right, let's look at this next drill here. We got some sail routes coming up, so we're going to get a chance to see C.J. Stroud. We referenced him earlier about his combine performance, throwing the rock.
Stellar.
And here he is again. Super clean footwork, get to the top. Just a perfect amount of trajectory. Nice firm ball right on that upfield shoulder. Here he is working to Nico Collins, same exact route and the exact same ball placement. When he is right, when he is confident and his feet are locked in.
Oh, here's Ty Simpson first up.
Nice ball.
He's having a good day.
Hey, he's throwing it good. He's got the best feet too in his dropping and his setup. That's a perfect throw. He's very mechanically sound. It's a nice ball from Klubnik.
I tell you, DJ, Klubnik is throwing it really well today.
Nice job. Oh, what a catch.
Great catch.
Yeah, he's done that a bunch. Jacoby Lane, he could put his highlight reel of his best 10 catches in college up with anybody. There's Lemon. A little flat, firm ball there from Baron Morton.
Again, McCulley just grabbed that. He's from here. Played for Indiana for 4 years. Actually was a quarterback there for a while.
I think they remember.
They do.
I think overall the depth of this group has been better than the first group. Don't you think, CD, with the quarterbacks?
With no question about it.
Nussmeier's made some nice throws, too.
Yeah, they're in a nice little rhythm throwing it.
Oh, let's have some fun. Can we have some fun?
Yeah.
I know that, but wait till you feel what my idea of fun is.
Okay.
Number of quarterbacks taken in the first 2 days.
The first 2 days.
First 2 days.
So all the way to the third
We're
round.
signing off Friday night from Pittsburgh, PA. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Joel Klatt leaves us.
All right, I'll give you the number right now.
And then we hang out the rest of day 3 for Stump the Truck, Run Rich Run, Dogs having their way. What do you got?
We got 5.
That's your number.
After the third round, we have 5 guys.
Yes, that's 5 guys will be gone.
That's my prediction. But a long time from now, do you want names?
If you're willing.
Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Carson Beck, Nussmeier, Aller.
That's 5.
That gets me to 5 right there.
And is there a wild card? Because I'm thinking of one.
Well, Cole Payton, I think, can be a wild card in that mix. You want to talk about Arkansas?
Yes, I'm thinking that might
Taylor
be the wild
Green.
card where someone says, that's something great to work with. Let's take a shot right here now.
You don't forget the defending Super Bowl champs have Jalen Milroe in their back pocket.
I know. Well, you could forget it because you didn't see a whole lot.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's a third rounder, wasn't he? He was a Friday night pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. They gave him some quarterback sneaks early in the year, didn't they?
Right.
CD last year.
Early in the year, and that got shelved. And not, for whatever reason, they just decided not to go back with that anymore. But he did it.
Nice throw from Simpson.
No, absolutely. And to me, it just, you see it with him and with Nussmeier. Their footwork's just a little further along. That
Two
one.
deep throws. Very nice. Both 50 yards in the air.
Yeah, he can get that one. Maybe not quite as much air, and he'll even be a little bit more on stride.
Klubnik.
We've seen some good throws, but we show the Josh's throw. It's probably not fair to these guys to watch Josh let that thing rip. Not if you want to follow. That was better. See, that one wasn't quite as elevated. That was a nice trajectory on that ball. Baron Morton. Colin Cowherd, he's saying, hey, take that with the lid on backwards.
Weejan, little Jet, isn't he?
Yeah.
Won the Jet Award twice as the top return guy in the nation.
Yeah, he can do that. Punts and kicks. 1 kickoff return and 3 punt returns for touchdowns.
Grab there.
He and Cooper DeJean both returning at Iowa.
Wow. Not too shabby. Nice catch. Here's Garrett Nussmeier launching one out there.
Started it off, right?
Perfect. Nice catch by Lane. Here's Ty Simpson. Hung up just a little bit. Get that one out of there a little bit more.
Well, this is the one that started it off.
Yeah, this was Hurst.
Spinorama.
Nice. Put that in the castle. Got different spelling. I know.
Yes, I got it.
Continued on that ascension with a nice combine performance. Avia. There you go. Nice ball. Wow, that's Cole Payton's best throw. Nice throw. He's got Jacoby Lane out there. Play action. He's got to turn his back to it as a lefty. And that's the only thing there with Lane, CD, is that, man, just get it anywhere on his frame, he's going to go get it. You got to give him a chance.
Absolutely. And we saw Lance's speed earlier. We saw it again on that last catch. He can get out and go.
Nice catch by Lemon. Lemon, it's been a little tough to evaluate him today. Just a lot of balls haven't given him a chance throughout the workout. That time he made
that one work, didn't he?
No question. Nice hands catch there.
Speaking of line of fire.
Is that you right down there, huh?
You know, I thought I'd positioned myself well. I failed geometry.
That's a perfect throw from Ty Simpson. He's had a really nice throwing session. I just love his footwork. I think it's so crisp and clean. When we showed the C.J. Stroud stuff earlier,
what a throw. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
The footwork is really, really good.
That was a hell of a throw.
Nice job. I don't think he spins it quite as well as C.J. Stroud. Not quite that arm strength, CD, but no. I just think everything he does is real technically proficient and efficient.
Almost a beautiful connection there.
I just think efficiency of motion for these guys has been pretty darn good today, where they know their speed, their rhythm, and they don't get outside of it. It allows them to be balanced and throw.
It's interesting to compare the previous group and this one. You had Aller and Beck with big, strong, physical-looking guys, and then here we have more of that 6'1" quarterback crowd. I would give the arm strength to the first group, but I think just the overall accuracy and efficiency and consistency with this group. That's a great throw.
Beautiful. Is that Morton?
Yeah, it's Morton's best ball.
Let's go.
Nussmeier really driving that one. Nice.
You can tell based on Stacey Dale's report, Nussmeier back to health. Being able to drive it that way, DJ.
No question. I'll tell you what, he got the cred kicked out of him too. Their offensive line was a little leaky when he was out there this year.
There was a lot going on that last year for LSU.
Yes, there was.
There's a lot swirling around to try and play through.
You think?
Just a touch.
Pavia. Cole Payton's a big dude, man.
I'd consider bringing back the single wing for him,
throw.
DJ.
Dude, he is tough. And his two best throws today have been on these long balls. He's had two really, really well-placed throws.
I'd make him a single wing tailback and go to work.
I don't think anybody wants to tackle him. What an adjustment.
That was nice.
He's had several. Young's had a nice day. You see Ty Simpson chewing the gum there, and he's going to like what he sees when he gets a chance to go back through this workout. Again, just real smooth, real flowing, real easy, nice transfer, ball's on time, get it out there. Look at his footwork. It's just no false steps. He's got his feet underneath him. Not going to wow you with his ability to power the ball, but it's enough. He's got enough arm to make every type of throw you need to make. Here he is again. Watch him off the play action again. Get to the top. Hitch. Get it out there. Nicely done.
Mr. Klubnik is a guy that we thought that we would be talking about maybe being in the first round when the college season started. Now it's kind of his redemption tour.
But I thought tonight he reminded us of why he was in that conversation going into the season. All right, I thought he was very accurate throwing the ball a nice pace on it. Look at where the accuracy and where he was putting it, so receivers running through the catch on that dig route. And then look at him to the sideline, gives it to him, gives a chance to get his feet down. I thought all in all, a tremendous day for Cade Klubnik. I know they got caught up in some things with Clemson in the season, and he got lost in the wash a little bit. But he's reminding us all, we had high regard for him before. People are going to be taking another look.
And when people are looking for experienced quarterbacks, you have more of it in this class than Cade Klubnik. 40 career starts for the Clemson Tigers. He's got enough arm, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, when we're talking about this, look, Ty Simpson right now appears to be the number 2 quarterback, only 15 career starts. Klubnik, a ton of experience, started since his sophomore year.
Now Garrett Nussmeier, of course, his dad, the offensive coordinator of the New Orleans Saints. He's another guy that, very much like Klubnik, we thought maybe heading into this year there'd be a lot of first-round talk around it.
And another one who got caught in the trials of their season. LSU season just went up in smoke. He played hurt. Not many people knew about it. Even finished the season on the bench after with an interim coach. But again, reminded us of why we thought he was highly regarded going into the season. And you can tell he's been taking 3-step, 5-step drops under center since he's about 3-4 years old.
And the quarterbacks looked pretty good, right?
Good.
I know that people are kind of denigrating the class a little bit.
I think they framed it right. I think Ian did a good job. I hate saying that, but he did. He did a nice job of framing it as guys you can invest in. I don't know that we have those guys you're saying we're going to start this guy and roll with him next year, but we want to take a quarterback, and whether that's the second, third, fourth round, we saw with some big guys in the first group, the more accurate, maybe a little smaller package that we saw in this second group of quarterbacks. Interesting guys at the right time and the right price.